Hey guys, let me fix my camera. This is shout out tres mi amigas. This one's about a little bit of, different stuff like the other ones. Sorry, there's something in my lipstick. I don't know if you can see my shirt. Here. It's so cute. It's like all sequins. Oh, that made it great. I see right through it. Pulling it out. Makes it look like I got really big boobs, but I don't. That's just the camera view. Okay. You girls know that I'm single. I got my pen when I'm talking to you guys. I have to hold my pen. You guys know that I'm single, and I choose to be single at this time of my life. It seems no matter what, that I end up choosing the wrong guy for me, and I'm just, I'm getting too old for this, and I just really want to be single, and I enjoy being single. I enjoy doing the things I want to do and going out on dates every week. I always go with guys, I'll go on a date. It's no big deal. It doesn't mean I'm going to have a serious relationship, but, I just enjoy doing my own thing. And there's a lot of guys out there to meet. So, I love being single. I got my notes too, so, I got to look at these real quick. I just love meeting new people, and so, I really just don't have time right now, for having a serious relationship. And I've always been a very independent woman ever since I was very young. I don't receive any child support for my two boys, and so I've had to work, like, really hard to get where, to be able to be a good provider and to teach my sons to be good fathers and providers and that aspect too. I even had, like, it's really important for me that my children are prepared to be on their own. So I had, like, I have a building in the back that my ex-husband had his workshop in there. It was one that he built. It was like a little house. And so I had it all remodeled last year, and I had it remodeled for me so I could, like, kind of get away from the house and have my own time, where there's no TV, there's no radio, there's no computer, just, I know it's going to have, like, it was all going to be, like, decorated in antiques, and then people could stay out there if they wanted to, because there was going to be an antique bed, and really cute. But then I ended up thinking, I think I'm going to have my son move out there. He turned 18 last summer, and so I had it all remodeled, and, he moved out there. So it's kind of like getting him used to the idea of living on his own. He does now receive an SSI check. So secure. No. His dad is disabled, so he gets a check. And I don't get any of the, I don't touch any of the money. I never have. I save all the money that he's ever gotten all through his life, like child support, birthday money. I always saved anything he ever got, because once in a while we'll get a check like $38 for child support, and that's once in a while. So I don't consider that child support. That's just like nothing, and so I save everything for my boys, and want to teach them to be good providers and good fathers, because that's what I tell them. I'm like, my goal is to help you become a good husband and a good father, and that's my job. And if you don't like it, tough, because I'm going to teach you how to cook, I'm going to clean, and I'm going to expect you to do these things, and whatever, so be it, so he'll be a senior. This is last year's school, and then he goes to school for to be work on the railroad. And then my sister works for the railroad, so she's going to get him on for the weekend, so he'll work 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, 12 hours each day. So then he has to save his money. I'm like crazy about, they have to save their money, because like when they were a senior, I wanted them to have enough money to buy a nice car and pay cash for it, and the bill to go on their own and have the money to put down on deposit for an apartment, so they have money to go buy food or buy things that they need. And so I always save their money like crazy. And usually, especially if they're really young, I'll even invest that money in savings bonds so they make more interest on it. So, and then I want them to know the importance of not having any credit cards, and to keep their debt at a minimal. So, your biggest debt should be your house, because you're buying a house, This year, like last year I spent, I worked really hard and had a lot of my house redone. Like I had, the house painted, some of the rooms inside painted, had just a lot of like new screen doors put up. That building remodeled into apartment, And so this year, and I always stick with my goals. So this year my goal is paying out the rest of my debts because I was bad and had credit debt. And my ex-husband helped me rack up a lot of credit debt. So he doesn't pay anything, So this year I'm paying off all my credit debt and starting to pay off my house. So hopefully I'll have a big portion of it by the time I turn 40, which will be next year in March. A big part of it paid off. Not all of it. So hopefully by 45, I can have a house paid off. So I'm really super excited about that. I talked to a girl this weekend, and I told her about my YouTube. So I hope she doesn't get mad at me talking about her. But really sweet girl. I was talking to her about BBWs and being positive, and she's like, really? She really, I don't know, was kind of down about herself is how I felt. And, I was trying to go over everything with her. I talked about the videos, and I told her to get on here and watch my videos so she sees what I'm talking about. But, it's just weird, and it just floors me to see how some, BBWs think so badly about themselves. And really putting up with a lot of crap, and not just crap from strangers. I mean, no big deal, whatever, who cares, how I feel about that. It just really doesn't bother me at all. But when you settle for less with a partner, your maid, or your husband, or whatever, or guys you're dating, when you settle for less, that just blows me away. I would never settle for less. I have left the last boyfriend I had. I loved him dearly. Oh my God, I loved him so much. And he just would not stop his nonsense. And if I was like, you know what? I'm telling you right now, I'm going to end up kicking you out. And we're going to be done. And it just wouldn't change. If your boyfriend makes you feel bad about yourself, let's say he looks at porn behind your back, when you would be like, hey, you could look at it right here in front of me, it doesn't bother me, but when he does it behind your back and lies about it, if anything that makes you feel bad about yourself, that's not cool at all. And that is not cool for him to keep doing that. Whatever it may be. Maybe he's talking to ex-girlfriend, whatever, girls behind your back. He was talking to girls behind my back on Yahoo. And Gmail. See, I didn't know what Gmail was until here recently. So that's just a place you could talk to people, but you don't have to download anything. So, he was talking to girls all over the place. And I'm like, you know what? You talk to girls by yourself because you're going to be single. And get your stuff and get out. I'm not going to put up with it. Even if I love someone very much and was seriously thinking, I'm going to get married to him. And now it's all gone, and it's not my fault. That's his fault, and, I have high self-esteem, and I'm not going to have anybody bring it down. It's hard enough being overweight and dealing with the negativity we have to deal with, but why should we have to deal it from people that we love? That's not cool. So, this is number 3, and I'm running out of time, and I want to finish this up. So, I'm going to move on to number 4, Straight Talk, and I love you guys, and I'll be right back.